you're getting the ball speed up around 110, so you're picking up 5-6 mile-an-hour ball speed from your older irons, and we're launching higher, spinning more. That's a good combination. So today we are going to take you inside a GOLFTEC Iron Fitting. I'm joined with professional golfer Marissa Basana. Marissa, this is such a key piece for all our students to go through, and it's going to be very fun to take you through it today. And one of the most important pieces of this is to get a better understanding of just what you're hoping to get out of an iron fitting.
Yeah, I would say that I just want to make sure that my clubs are optimized for me, and if I can help my dispersion pattern, that would be amazing.
Awesome.
And always appreciated.
Yes, tighten it up. So when we dive into this today, we're going to really look, can we get a tighter pattern with the same distance, or maybe even a little bit more distance? Never hurts, but we'll see where we fall into that, because I know that your irons are a couple years old. So yeah. Kind of the next most important piece of this is to just understand what we're working with. So what I'm going to do next is go measure your current clubs to see what they are as far as shaft frequency, what the true lofts and lies are on them, the lengths, and so forth, so we know what we're really working with. And then we're going to grab a couple of your golf balls to hit just so we get the most accurate spin data when we dive into the numbers. So let's go get some measurements, and then we'll come back and hit a few.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So we just got your clubs measured, and I entered that data up here on the screen. So we know what we're working with now as far as lofts, lies, and shaft frequencies with your club. So if we're trying to adjust trajectory or anything today, we know what we're basing it off of. So now let's hit 4 or 5 shots with your 7-iron to get some control shots out there. And then based on that data, that'll tell us where to go when it comes to trying some different iron heads today.
All right.
So we got your 4 control shots up here, and kind of what I'm finding, and we make it real simple when we go through fittings here with our students, you can kind of see our 3 main factors: backspin, launch angle, descent angle are pulled up there. And then we kind of have this red, yellow, green bar that we're trying to get you in. That's kind of based off what your average ball speed was for your 4 control shots. So you can see right now you're getting backspin in a great range. It's on the low end there at 53.82, and then we're launching right about in the middle. 18 3/4 launch angle, which is pretty good. Probably the concerning piece right now is more your descent angle into greens, and that's where I was asking if those 6 and 5 irons sometimes come in a little too shallow and release too much, where you'd like them to stick and hold, because you got plenty of distance. You're telling me you kind of average about 150 carry. That's Florida here at a mile high. You picked up almost 11 yards on your stock option here in Denver, Colorado, which is nice, but we'll see if we can't keep that same distance or even gain some distance today. But the bigger thing is if we can keep that distance but get your descent angle coming in closer to 45, 46 degrees, that's going to help you hit the green and stop versus releasing too much. So that'll be kind of our main focus today, with you being a better player. I know you want to hit it and stop it, right? So we're going to grab some irons, based on the lofts of your irons you're currently playing. We're going to try to find some heads that have maybe a little bit more loft, or are known to spin where the CG is a little higher, so it spins a little bit more, to see if we can't tick up the backspin a little bit, or get the launch up to see if we can't get it a little bit higher and coming in a little steeper to hold those greens. So that'll be kind of our goal today.
Perfect. Sounds
like
a plan.
Let's grab some heads and get to testing. So we found 3 options for you that should help us get the ball in the air, whether it's launching a little higher or they tend to produce a little bit more spin. But our goal today is try to get that descent angle a little steeper so you're holding greens. And if we can increase that spin rate a little bit, that's also going to help tighten up the dispersion when we're not hitting them dead center all the time, if we're off a little bit occasionally. So the first one we're going to try here is the new TaylorMade P790. So let's get 4 control shots with that. We'll look at the data and move into the next. So we just got done getting a few control shots with the TaylorMade, and not getting the numbers we want as far as launch and spin. You'll see your spin and launch came down a little bit, so your descent angle got even flatter. Cool news is 2 years of technology off that face. You picked up 4 or 5 mile-an-hour ball speed on the average, so it was going almost 10 yards further, but still too flat. So we still need to get that up in the air. So let's try and do that with these next couple. So the next one up is the Callaway Rogue ST Pro. Awesome. So we just got 4 good shots with the Callaway Rogue Pro, and you can see, you know, from the TaylorMade, the good news is you're keeping the ball speeds up there, so we know the new technology is giving you a good boost in ball speed, which we all love. But even better here, you know, got our backspin up about 500 RPMs from the TaylorMade. It's pretty close to where your current one was, but with the added ball speed and then an increase in launch angle all the way up to 19, our descent angle is creeping up there. We're now into the 40s, which is a lot better than 38. And you're picking up 10 yards of carry distance, which is awesome. So not only more stopping power, but 10 more yards in carry distance. So that's the leader in the clubhouse. So we got one more to try here. So we'll get some 4 shots here with the Titleist T100 next. So today we found a really good iron for you, the Callaway Rogue ST Pro, by far the best performing. Picked up ball speed, picked up launch, picked up steeper descent angle. So best performing by far. Kind of our next step here is we want to test to see if we have the right lie angle. This is set at standard. So what we would do is we're going to draw a vertical line on the golf ball and have you hit a couple shots. And what's going to happen is how that line comes off on the face. If it's straight up and down, then we know we have a great lie angle. If it's pointing one way or the other, that means we're either a little flat or upright, and that's how we're going to bend that club. We won't do that right now just because we don't want black marks into our screen. So we'll go to a different bay to find that out. And then from there, we'll kind of go in and start picking out grips and so forth. So
perfect. Let's
go ahead and hit one in another bay with this to see if the lie angle is correct, and then we'll enter that information and then start picking out grips. Perfect, so we hit a couple shots, the lie angle's perfect. You can see this line is vertical, straight up and down. That's what we're looking for when we test for lie angle. So now we have the right length, the right lie, we know what head we want, so now we can go in, pick out grip, and set makeup. So we'll select this club. So now for the grip, I just pre-filled it with what you were already playing. You measured into standard size when we measured your hand earlier, and I know you mentioned you love playing that kind of grip, so we're gonna keep that the same. And then we'll head over here to club fitting summary. So this is really cool for you at home. You're gonna get a summary emailed to you with all the specs of the clubs and shot data from all the shots you hit from the clubs you tested. So that'll be on this report. And then from here, we can kind of pick out your set makeup. So, I noticed you go up to a 5 iron. Do you then go to 4 hybrid? Would you want to stick with that?
Yeah, I do like my 4 hybrid.
Okay, so we'll keep that the same. One thing we would want to do that we offer is a gap testing. So once these come in, I'd like to take you through a gap testing just to make sure that if we're picking up 10 more yards of distance, we're going to want to make sure that hybrid still fits into that gap window now that we're gaining some yardage, and see if there's any adjustability to your current hybrid or if we need to upgrade it just so we hit specific distances so that your new 5 iron isn't overlapping your old 4 hybrid. So we'll select those and yeah, get it ordered. Awesome.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
You're welcome. So if you're looking to get fit for irons, definitely check out GOLFTEC, because one of the biggest things here is we want to help people play better golf, not just sell golf clubs. So you want to bring in your current clubs wherever you get fit. You want to get them measured to make sure you know what you're working with. So you're comparing apples to apples, and then from there, based on that data, we're trying to reach optimum ranges to help you get the most carry distance, the best descent angle to hold greens. Those are some key stats we want to dive into. So that's how we use our software, which sets us apart. If you're looking for some of the best club fittings out there, go to golftec.com, find a coach near you.